Not a strong performance at all by the Jets at home in Week 14 as they fall to the Dolphins 34-10. So let's talk some gangrene football. We're going to do it with a host for WFAN. Her name is Danielle McCartan. She always loves talking football with me, and she joins me now. Danielle, you were smiling. Jets fans are not smiling because they've seen another loss, but how are you doing?
Yeah, all right. I mean, Dexter, if I'm not smiling, I'm crying. So this is the look you're getting today.
Hey, I'd rather that than see you looking at me angry or sad. We don't need to see any of that, but we got to talk about these Jets. And Danielle, the Jets, they were not competitive against the Dolphins today. I think that's pretty fair to say. The defense, they couldn't stop Miami, right? They were down 21 to nothing really quickly. And then the offense, they struggled, particularly on third downs today. So what was more disappointing in your eyes about the gangrene performance today? Was it the offense? Or was it the defense? Won't put special teams in there because they came through and they delivered a touchdown. But for you, is it the offense or the defense?
I wish I could say both, but I know you're forcing me into a multiple choice. You're a
I
good
am.
host and to do that. But the answer is simply the defense. I mean, the Jets defense looked completely unprepared early on. Not even underprepared, uh, just unprepared. Like there was no plan. The Jets defense couldn't tackle. Nothing the Jets defense did made Tua look uncomfortable at all today. That defense was punched in the mouth and dominated right from the jump. You know, the Jets, to put this into perspective, the Jets ran 8 offensive plays in total, and yet the score was 21 to nothing. The game was over, Dexter, in the first quarter. The annual debate for coaching vacancies always is, oh, is it offensive minded or you want a defensive minded guy? I mean, the Jets have a no minded guy. I am completely shocked about how bad former cornerback Aaron Glenn's defense is. I mean, no interceptions through 13 games. Today was completely one sided. It was 0% competitive and completely unacceptable.
And look, that stat about the no interceptions this season is it's a really crazy stat. The defense had had better effort in recent weeks. We have seen that, but it's still
Mhm.
shocking they have not got an interception. You got to start wondering, will they get one? But let's stick with the
Yeah.
offense real quick here. Let's just get back to the offense because Tyrod Taylor, he got hurt in this one, left the game with a groin injury, didn't return. So we got to look at rookie quarterback Brady Cook. What did you make of Cook's performance today? And that's part one of the question. And then part two for me is if Taylor can't play next week, should the Jets stick with Cook or should they go back to Justin Fields?
I mean, this is ridiculous, right? But I mean, I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I hope that Tyrod Taylor is back, but if not, the move, unfortunately, has to be the guy that can't throw the ball down the field farther than 5 yards. It has to be Justin Fields. I mean, look, Brady Cook, third string quarterback, elevated just this week to second team, completely understood, point well taken. But he looked exactly as expected. A not development, 13 weeks of non development for the rookie quarterback. 2 interceptions at the goal line, 6 sacks taken, no ability to step up in the pocket, literally no hope I'm converting on third down. There is, Dexter, no chance that the Jets go back to Cook for next week. I mean, doing so would be an automatic L. They might as well even not even board the flight to Jacksonville if they've got Cook at under center next week. It was that bad.
Man, I had a Jets fan text me during the game when Brady Cook came in, and he was a little excited. He was hoping Cook was going to cook. He did not. Let's just say that the
Yeah,
Jets
yeah.
actually, the Jets, they're the ones who actually ended up looking cooked here. But last thing for me here, Danielle. Recently, the Jets they've been playing hard for Aaron Glenn. You can say that they've been doing this, but today I feel like you can argue that they made a Miami team who had 5 wins coming into this game at times made them look unstoppable. You talked about them being down 21 zip very quickly, but what are your major takeaways from this Jets performance today? And then give the people some hope, please. What else should fans keep an eye on with this team over the rest of the season?
I mean, there's not much to like about this team right now, I'm being honest. And I've still in week going into 14, have major question marks about this coaching staff headed by Aaron Glenn. I mean, he said it himself after the game today. He said, this was a quote, I didn't have these guys ready to play, and it was obvious. I mean, this guy, Dexter, I'll say it again, week 13, just finished for the Jets. He is in completely over his head. He got out coached by Mike McDaniel, who's been on the hot seat basically all season long. So, what does that mean for this head coach? But I need to see this team enter games prepared with a game plan, and I'm not seeing it. And if they do go back to Cook, I need to see development that hasn't happened over the first 13 weeks of the season, just a little bit. Any positives to keep an eye on? I mean, I guess for a team that was just eliminated from playoff contention, are they still playing for the head coach? Would be one. Two, the special teams unit is still exciting. They're the only part of this team that puts up points on the scoreboard. And I guess the growth of the offensive line. And finally, the vision for that line has come together. The Jets are the only team, Dexter, in the entire league this season that has had the same combination of starting offensive linemen through this point, 13 weeks into the season. First time since 2012 for the Jets. So that bodes well moving forward should the Jets take a quarterback in the draft. And I'm sure we'll talk about that throughout the rest
Oh,
of the offseason.
we will. We absolutely will. Those are some good things to keep your eye on. That is a good note about the offensive line. And one thing you should keep an eye on is something Danielle mentioned earlier. Will the Jets finally get an interception before the season over? That is something to keep an eye on. So we will see if they're able to do that. That is Danielle McCartan. Check her out on WFAN. Does a fantastic job hosting there. The Jets, they fall again to the Dolphins 34-10 in Week 14 at MetLife Stadium. They play Jacksonville next week. Danielle, appreciate you. We will talk soon, hopefully after a win.
I hope so. Could these keep getting repetitive here, Dexter? Let's talk about a win next week over Jacksonville.
That would be nice. That would be very nice. Thank you.